All right, let's just jump right in. If you're making content on YouTube, you absolutely need to understand what's happening because the platform has gone through its biggest shift, maybe ever. We're going to break down something called the Satisfied Authority Framework. Think of it as your new playbook for not just getting by, but actually winning in 2026 and well beyond.
You've seen this, right? I mean, you've felt it. That just endless wave of generic cookie cutter content. The kind of stuff that sounds smart but gives you absolutely nothing new. Well, that has a name. It's the AI slop wave, and it has totally changed the landscape. But the good news? YouTube is already on the case.
And that leads us to the most important point. As of early 2026, pretty much all the old rules we played by, they're gone. Obsolete. The very heart of the YouTube algorithm has changed. And, understanding this one shift is going to be the difference between becoming a real destination for viewers or just being more noise. And what's wild is how simple this change really is when you boil it down. For years, the only thing that mattered was raw watch time. How many minutes could you keep someone glued to the screen? That's it. But not anymore. The new king of the castle is viewer satisfaction, or what they call VSAT. YouTube doesn't just care how long you watched, they care about how you felt after. Did that video actually help you? Did it deliver on its promise? That's the new metric. So how in the world does YouTube measure something as fuzzy as satisfaction? Well, it's all about this one key concept right here, information gain. And all that means is, are you providing unique insights that only a real human with real experience could offer? It's the stuff an AI can't just scrape and rephrase. And honestly, this is where we, as human creators, now have this incredible, almost unfair advantage. Okay, so we know what the algorithm wants. How do we build a channel that screams high information gain? Well, it all starts with the very first pillar of this whole framework. You have to master specificity. Let's be blunt. In 2026, if you're a generalist, you're basically invisible. The strategy now is to build what we call a micro-niche moat. It's about carving out a tiny, super specific corner of your world and becoming the absolute, undisputed expert there. This is your fortress wall against that flood of generic AI content. And this is a perfect example of how to do it. You don't just start a channel about marketing. That's way too broad. No, you drill down. From marketing, you go to email marketing. Still too broad. Then you go to e-commerce email, getting warmer, until bam, you land in your defensible moat. KVO flows for Shopify stores. When you get that specific, you're sending a massive signal to the algorithm that for this one particular problem, your content delivers insane satisfaction. All right, so you've built your moat. You're the expert. But how do people actually find you? Well, that takes us to the second pillar, what we call the hybrid discovery system. So think of this as a two-part strategy. You're going to use YouTube Shorts to deliver these quick 60-second aha moments. They're like trailers for your expertise, designed to get seen by as many people as possible. But the real trust, the real authority, that's built in your long-form videos. These aren't just videos anymore. They're full-blown masterclasses that create deep loyalty. And when you're making those masterclasses, you have to respect your viewers' time. This is a huge satisfaction signal. Using features like chapters and timestamps, it's not just a nice to have. It's you telling the viewer, hey, I know you're busy, jump straight to the part that you need. It's a simple little thing, but it has a massive psychological impact. It shows you care. But look, having a great niche and a smart discovery system, it's not going to be enough. The content itself has to deliver the goods. And that brings us to the third and maybe the most important pillar in this whole AI age, leveraging your own unique human experience. I absolutely love this quote because it just perfectly captures the feeling. Your content shouldn't feel like a lecture from a textbook. It should feel like a field report from someone who is actually in the trenches doing the work. That right there is your ultimate, unbeatable competitive advantage. We call this idea authenticity arbitrage. It's all about using AI as a tool. Think of it as your prep cook, chopping the vegetables and getting things ready. But you, the human, you are always the chef. You have to test these ideas yourself. And, this is key, you have to show the process, the wins and the failures. That kind of raw honesty builds a type of trust that no amount of fancy editing can ever buy. So you've got the three main pillars. But there's one last piece that really makes this whole thing work. It's like the engine that powers the entire system. The community intelligence loop.
This is what turns your channel from a one-way street into a conversation. You actively poll your subscribers. You ask them, what's your single biggest roadblock right now? You read the comments, you listen, and their problems become the direct blueprint for your next masterclass. It creates this amazing cycle where your viewers are literally telling you what to make next, guaranteeing every video is a high-satisfaction home run.
Okay, so let's put all the pieces together now. Let's look at the complete framework. This is it. This is your new strategic playbook for thriving on YouTube. And you can see right here how it all works together. Pillar 1, specificity, that signals high relevance to the algorithm. Pillar 2, hybrid discovery, that finds your people and then nurtures them. And Pillar 3, authenticity, that delivers the knockout punch of information gain and real trust. This right here is the blueprint for turning a casual browser into a die-hard fan. So, as we wrap this up, the question you really got to ask yourself is this. The content you're putting out there, is it just another distraction in an endless feed? Or are you truly building a destination, a place people seek out because they know you deliver real results? Because in 2026, the answer to that one question, that's going to define everything.